Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Davey Deathray here. Hope you guys are having a great Friday night, and I hope you had a good week as well. Who's watching the Olympics? I mean, really, I only pay attention to like the hockey and stuff like that. But saw that figure skater that just looked like a total friggin' rock star with those moves. So I don't know. I don't really understand figure skating other than just watching beautiful, you know, ice dancing. But that was some cool shit to see. I don't know why I'm talking about the Olympics. I just know it's happening, and I'm curious to know if you guys are watching. Tonight we're gonna have some fun, and we're gonna do a little something different as far as Scream stuff goes. You know, a whole bunch of Scream talk. If you guys were over on Killjoy Jake's channel not too long ago, you saw me over there. Great panel there with Zoe and Eric from Bearded Entertainment. Really cool shit. I had never met those other two guys. I'd worked with Jake before previously, just on a couple streams and stuff. Had such a fun time with those guys. Yeah, if you were there in the chat, thank you so much for kicking it with us. Thanks for dealing with our off-topic and on-topic discussion. And yeah, if you didn't check it out, go head on over to Killjoy Jake's channel. We got Zoe hanging out in the chat there. I see you, Zoe. Go ahead and jump on over there to Killjoy Jake's channel. Throw him a sub if you're not subbed yet. He's getting damn near close to I think just maybe 1,200 away from hitting that 40K, I believe. So if you're not subscribed, you're missing out. Awesome voice, great content creator. And yeah, let us know what you thought. Let us know what you think. Jump into the comments, hype that stream, all that good stuff. Tonight, we're, going to do a little something different. We are going to have you guys live rank the Ghostface killers. I don't know. I'm bringing up everything. I'm like, oh shoot, I didn't. I meant to post the link in the chat so you guys can jump over to the Tiermaker site, because we're gonna have you live rank all the Ghostface killers from the Scream franchise, and we're just sticking with the film franchise here. I've seen the first 2 seasons and the little like mini movie, like I don't know what you want to call it, like Halloween special or whatever they did with that that MTV show. I never saw the 3rd season, but I know a lot of people haven't seen those really, so I didn't want to do a ranking and include them and then just have it be something where, you know, people are getting spoiled for something that may be quite old, frankly. But also I just know a lot, like at least in my experience, it seems like a lot of the fandom, or a good chunk of the fandom anyway, doesn't have much experience with that TV show. So it's just going to be the movies. It's just going to be the ghost faces that we get at the end of the film. So, you know, we don't have Jason here from Scream 6. You know, I kind of wanted him to be in there and opted against, opted to not have him be a part of it, because he's not really, you know, he's the wannabe, you know, Ghostface of the film. So we're talking like villains that are, that end up making it to the end and you know, trying to turn the screws on Sydney and company. So let me get that link posted here in the chat. Vote on Tiermaker here. All right, there you go. Right? Did I get it right? There we go. Okay, so that link will take you to the spot where you can vote along. You guys are going to have 90 seconds for each one of these. I'm not going to start. I am going to jump in and say what's up to you guys. Don't worry. We'll have 90 seconds for each one. I believe there are 13. And I thought like maybe I could wait and do this after Scream 7 comes out. But I didn't want, you know, maybe somebody can't see the movie for a week or 2 or whatever. Like, you know, there are legit reasons why people can't just like rush out and go immediately. So I didn't want to spoil anything in that movie. So let's just stick with Screams 1 through 6. And maybe next spooky season we can throw Scream 7 and see, you know, what's changed. It'll be, gosh, here in a week, it's going to be, you know, the way we're thinking about this film is going to be completely transformed, as well as the conversations that we're able to have about the film are going to be completely transformed. So I know there's been a lot of Scream 7 talk. I know there's probably some fatigue. We're going to have some fun with it tonight and just have you guys talk about and, you know, kind of celebrate the killers. I know that's maybe a weird word, but these are just movies after all. And yeah, it'll be really cool to jump in and talk about Scream 7 once we know what's what. For those of you who are going to see it on opening night, I'm going to stream that night. It will be a spoiler discussion. It's going to be a late night stream, maybe even later than the one we're having here, because I don't want somebody, I'm going to try to make it as, you know, obvious as possible that we will be talking everything about the movie. But I don't want somebody to jump in thinking it's just a regular discussion. So we're going to have it a little bit later at night, and we're just going to talk about it all on Thursday night. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. Make sure your notifications are hit. Hit the like button as well, if you don't mind. It's free. It's fun. You can subscribe for free as well. Even if you don't like the channel, you can bail. I'll maybe shed a tear or two. You know, I have lost people in the worst way possible, and in just in me being the worst version of me possible. So it happens. I'm going to say what's up to you guys, and then we're going to get rolling here. So yeah, and you know, one thing I want to get back in the habit of doing, thank you so much to the channel members and our Patreon members as well. And a shout out to the Death Squad mods for keeping everything locked down. I do want the moderators to know, and I want everyone here to know, I put a little bit of a stipulation on this live stream for audience members. So you do have to be a subscriber to participate in the chat, but you only have to be a subscriber for 5 minutes. The reason why I did that is because if somebody wants to come in here, because there's leaked shit about the new Scream movie, you know, I don't want anyone coming in here giving accurate spoilers or saying that they know something happens or this person is Ghostface or whatever, even if they're just talking out of their ass. Like, we're kind of, you know, we're in that week before the movie comes out cloud. So I don't want erroneous spoilers or accurate spoilers delved in here. And I figured that most trolls would probably be like, I have to hang out for 5 minutes. I'm just going to go find another stream to spoil. But please, moderators, keep an eye out. If anyone says anything, regardless of whether or not it's like confirmed to be true, if anyone says anything about spoilers or somebody being Ghostface, just immediately boot them, boot and ban. And then that way you guys know what's up. But I'm going to say what's up to you guys. We got 20 people hanging out. You all are beautiful. Thank you for kicking it with me here on a Friday night. We got Lamontre Gillard stopping in to say, what's up, Davey? How's it going, Lamontre? Antonis Andriotis, one of our great channel members. What's happening, Antonis? We got Linda, another one of our great channel members. How are you doing, Linda? Tom Darkox is hanging out as well. What's up, Tom? I love those kitty cats. We got Gigi Kiki Joy hanging out. How are you doing, Gigi? Good evening, right back at you. DJ Plays Favorites is in the house also. Hell yeah. Well, and it's, you know what's great, Gigi? It's going to be a collective ranking. So if you go to that page that's pinned in the chat, you can take a look at it right now. It's going to be best to worst. So best at the top, worst at the bottom. You're going to be able to vote on each one of these, and we're going to do the most votes. So there's most votes, there's average votes. I found that most votes takes a clearer temperature as to how you guys feel about that person or movie or whatever we're ranking. Every time I've done average votes, and I get it, it's called the average vote. I swear, every time I do it, it's everything pretty much falls in the B, C, and D category. It literally just puts them, you know, everything just averages out, you know, obviously. So yeah, that's how it's gonna roll, Gigi. So it's gonna be a collective ranking. It'll be pretty awesome. Yeah, of course, Linda. And yeah, I put in that 5 minute, 5 minute, stipulation there, or waiting period for those folks, because I figured, yeah, they'd get tired of it. I am talking though, right? Can you guys hear me? Okay, sweet. That must have been before I went live. I'm house sitting for my sister. That's why I'm in a different spot. Also dog sitting. So I don't know if you guys can see. Oh, there you, like right down here. It's tough to tell. That's the top of Eric the dog's back. He's laying down on a doggy bed. He's a big cutie. What's happening, Jamie? We got Miss Jamie Hart, our original Death Squad mod, and one of our great channel members. How you doing, Jamie? Who else do we got kicking it in here? We've got birthday party. Is it somebody's birthday today? Oh, because I said, are you guys ready to party? And Antona says, yep, a birthday party. So that's what you want. Davey. Let's see what, here we go. No Olympics for me, but I do appreciate skiing and shooting things. Ooh, the biathlon that's an interesting one. There's this Italian female biathlete. Oh my gosh. I can't remember her name right now, but I watched her for a couple of the Olympics and I was like, this might be the most beautiful woman I've ever seen in my life. Fucking crazy. Somebody tell me who she is in the chat. I don't know what to do now that all the figure skating is over. Oh yeah, well, you can watch the hockey final. I think that's tomorrow. We got Kelly H, one of our great channel members, kicking it with us. How are you doing, Kelly? Jamie hasn't paid attention to any of that. We got our guy Zoe Crawford. What's happening, Zoe? Thank you so much for jumping in, man. It was a pleasure sharing being on the panel with you over there on Killjoy Jake's channel. What an absolute blast. I think he should bring us all back on sometime soon, because I think that was a good combo, good chemistry combo. We got Matt from Fachi Cinema hanging out. What's happening, Matt? He says, what's going on, my sexy lover boy? Ooh, yeah. Nothing much is going on, Matt. Just thinking about you. Just missing you, really. You know what I mean? You know? Yeah, dude. I find it really refreshing because I'm an old ass. I'll be 44 in May. And I think Jake is, going to be, 28 or something this year. So technically, like, if I were a really happening kid in high school, like, I'm old enough to be the guy's dad, technically. But I, like I said, great voice, but just also like his perspective on film, I think is pretty mature, for, not even just for his age, but he likes a lot of the modern stuff that's like, really heavy on the gore, like the Terrifiers, celebrates all that kind of stuff, but still can celebrate the, the classic horror and just, different approaches to the genre, which I really appreciate. So that's one of the things that I, really dig about him as a creator. Yeah, most definitely been watching the Olympics. All right, Christine, Team USA. In that hockey final. We gotta win it at some point. It's been since 1980, guys. It's been 46 years. I met Eric at Scarefest. He's a super cool dude. This Eric here? Oh no, the bearded Eric. All right. I'm like, Eric the dog? Maybe you met both. I don't know. Yes, make sure you hit that like button. Faux show. I'm a true cancer. The Olympics have had me sobbing multiple times. So many beautiful journeys. That is one of the cool things about the Olympics, and I think it definitely appeals to the the feminine side in our world culture, for sure. We got Joel from Darkroom Reviews. What's happening, Joel? Hope you're doing well. Adrian James kicking it with us well. What's happening, Adrian? Yo Adrian, how you doing? There, I'll do the Brett man for you there. Let's see who else we've got going on. Let's see. Scream 7 Roundtable coming soon with Davey and some other amazing guests. Yes, we're going to do that on Tuesday after the movie comes out. So you can still come here that night of, if you went and saw it that opening night, and you just gotta be able to talk freely about it. That'll be that place. And then over on Fachi Cinema, the following Tuesday, we'll have a chat. And if you're a channel member, we're going to dissect it on our Horror Movie Club stream, which is an exclusive members-only stream on Monday. We're going to talk about it thematically, how it fits into the franchise, kind of like a book club where you really dive in a little bit more, not really critiquing the film so much as kind of, talking about the themes and everything, looking at it, giving it that analytic kind of view. So if you're not a channel member yet, 99 cents can get you there and you can hang out with us. I'm putting Stu in bottom tier immediately. Hey, that is your right, Hourglass. That is your right as a voter. And no one can tell you that you're throwing away your vote, okay? I believe in you. And thank you for kicking it with us. I appreciate it. We got Jigsaw hanging out as well. What's happening, Jigsaw? So great to see ya. I'm so sorry to hear that you're sick, Jamie. It kind of want to crash out, but I'm doing my bestest. Oh, man. Well, we totally understand if you've got to go, sleep. It's, the best thing that you can do for yourself when you're not feeling well. I'm so sorry to hear that you're not feeling well, Jamie. We love you and we care about you so much, and we hope you feel better very, very soon. Eric the dog with a C or K. You know, I think it's a C. I've never seen anyone write it out. But ETD is what we call him for, you know, it's not even short. It's just ETD, Eric the dog. We got a $2 super chat from Riker Monson. What's happening, Riker? Thank you so much for jumping on over. I recognize you from Killjoy Jake's channel, so I really do appreciate you jumping on in, joining us. You're kicking it with the Death Squad. Welcome. And I extra appreciate you supporting the channel, man. That really does, it really means a lot, guys, because this is a very small channel still. So everything you guys do just gets us one step closer to the dream and one step closer to more access to you guys and more content for you guys. So that would be the dream. We're so far away from it, but hey, it's cool to dream and it's great to have goals. I try to set goals that I know I probably won't reach, because I'd rather be like lofty with them. So I was thinking, I said at the end of last year, I was like, I want to be at 5,000 subs before the end of the year, before the end of 2026. And then here we are, we're kind of knocking on the door of 3,000 already. And we just passed 2,000 in November. So you guys are absolutely incredible. It's folks like Jamie and Eli and everyone else that's been here for so long. Some of you folks are a little bit newer. And then we got folks like Riker, who, as far as I can tell, is hanging out with us for the very first time. So thank you guys so much for helping build this community. It really means a lot. I just facilitate the streams. I just click buttons and talk. You guys do all the well, I won't say you do all the backbreaking work, because making thumbnails isn't always very fun. DJ Plays Favorite says men's hockey gold at 9 a.m. Sunday. Okay, Sunday, not Saturday. All right, thank you. Thank you for clearing that up, DJ Plays Favorites. I will be watching. Ghost in the Dark Hills is hanging out. What's happening, Ghost? What up, what up, what up? Let's see here. I'll be 28 this year as well in October. Oh, hell yeah. I seem to remember, yeah, you've got an October birthday. Thank you so much for the reminder there. Let's see what else we got. Carrie Crave Cinema says, hey, what's up? Was just watching the America's Next Top Model documentary. Wowza. Anywho, hello, everyone. So is it kind of horror? Is it a different kind of horror there, Carrie? I would imagine maybe it is. Maybe it's a different kind. Maybe it's a little bit of like, you know, first act of The Substance kind of vibes or something like that. Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much again for kicking it with me here. Holy cow, 30 people hanging out on a Friday night. That is amazing. Extra thank you guys. I know that a lot of really great content creators go live on the weekends right around this time. So it means even more that you've decided to kick it here with me. So let's get this show on the road. Wow, getting to the task at hand before 20 minutes for you folks that may be new. That's rare for a Davey Deathray stream, because I just blah, blah, blah a lot. I mean, what can I say? I'm a big fan of Dave McRae. I picked up a couple things, you know? So yeah, let's go ahead and get this rolling. I do want to let you know, before we really get cooking here, you guys may have noticed we've got I've got a poll going in the chat, just trying to see if you guys want another stream tomorrow night. And then I want you to know we've got a goal set for the chat, a super chat goal. That's just for fun. Super chats aren't required at all. If we end up getting 9 more of these super chats that are $2 or more, then once we're all done with the tier maker, I'll kind of open up the floor for you guys to discuss whatever you want to talk about with these movies, or even if you want to talk about some stuff with Scream 7, as long as we're not delving into anything about material that is not official trailer material or stuff released by Paramount, you know, so no spoilers. But yeah, just go ahead and throw a super chat that way if you want to keep that going. If not, no big deal. Let's get rolling here. The link again is pinned in the chat, so make sure you jump on over there and participate in the voting here. Davey, it's definitely a different kind of horror. Those poor girls, what they went through, substance-like vibes. Yeah, you know, it is one of these weird things where it's like, obviously, people have free will, and people end up, you know, choosing endeavors in their lives that are costly, you know, in various different ways, right? If you're a crab fisherman, or if you're somebody that works on power lines, like, you know, there are like true risks to those jobs, right? That they are deadly jobs. And then for people that are entertainers or models and stuff like that, it's, yeah, there's going to be some cutthroat ugliness out there. And then there's going to be the secretive stuff that we, us normies don't even know about. So yeah, I mean, I kind of feel bad for him on the one hand, but on the other hand, I'm like, fashion's never been very important to me. To me, I just see fashion as a status indicator. It's just a way to show everyone like, hey, I have enough money to buy that brand name blank t-shirt, or a t-shirt that just has a name on it. That's just a cotton shirt that costs whatever, $80, whatever. I don't even know. $300 jeans or whatever. And there's nothing wrong with that. Not my job to tell you how to spend your money, but I just think the fashion industry is kind of gross, But at the same time, we need to wear clothes and they might as well look cool, right? Oh, boom. Look at that. Gonna have a movie night watching Scream 6. Enjoy, King Matthew. Just shut off your brain about with the killer reveal. Shut off your brain about a different Ghostface mask being all over the place, because those things make no sense. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and get this rolling. What's the final verdict from Brett? Brett is the stash staying, hairy upper lips work. Now, what Brett is talking about is I put a poll on the YouTube page of whether or not I should just grow the beard back or the mustache. And it's like 75-25 right now, Brett, for people that want the beard back. And I get it. I think I look more complete with the beard. I think the beard is the right look for me, but it's been fun having the mustache. You guys finally got to see that I have a butt chin. Did any of you know that I had a butt chin? I call it my Chevy Chase chin because I like alliteration. Fun stuff. Jason Rhodes says, what's your favorite Scream not including the original? That is the easiest question. I love that question. Scream 4 is my favorite sequel in the franchise. Yep. It's 1, 4, 2, 3, 5, 6 for me. There, Jason. All right, guys, let's go ahead and jump into this. Boom, there we are. How about it? Are you guys over on the page? Are you ready? Are you psyched? Are you pumped? First up on the chopping block, you know what? Let me create a little, I want to create a banner. I'm going to do it. Don't mind my typing, or just use it as ASMR. You know what? Ranking the Ghostface killers. Okay, there we go. I don't know why I revert to this kind of sound a lot, but I do. Okay, there we go. Ranking the Ghostface killers. Here we go, guys. The very first one up is Mickey Altieri from Scream 2. One of my favorites. Oh my God. And it's not just because Timothy Oliphant is, it's the performance. And I'll say this, I know a lot of people are like, Scream 6 is so similar to Scream 2. And I don't like, 6 is the last in my ranking. What's the problem? I just feel like they twisted the dial on the campy side. It's like right in the sweet spot for Scream 2. It's like exactly the amount of camp and cheese that I want. Scream 6 just really cranked over the top. Again, that's just all about taste and subjectivity. But let's get this rolling. Voting on Mickey Altieri from Scream 2 begins now. And let me know, guys, should I vote in this? Do you want my voice? Sometimes it's nice just to like let you guys do, all the voting and, rock out with your cocks out and all that kind of stuff. But sometimes I want to get involved, All right. We got a lot of love for Billy and Stu. Jamie, thank you for that. Ghost in the Dark kills. We love you and we want you here. But we're a relatively small group. There's only 30 people hanging out. We don't need to spam the chat just because, we'll for sure see everything. So no need to do that. We got you. I'm a big Billy and Stu fan. So yeah, let me just chat a little bit about Mickey Altieri. So, going back to Scream 2, I think he sort of gives himself away in the hospital when Derek's getting fixed up and he tells Sydney, like, he should have never gone back in that house or whatever, but we had never gotten the information, or, we didn't see Mickey getting that information, right? And he wasn't there when everything happened. So he shows up to the hospital, we presume, kind of outs himself there a little bit. I didn't think much of it at the time. I was just a 15-year-old kid in the movie theater watching it and just kind of, you know, soaking it all in. So I didn't even notice that as a kid. I'd probably notice it on the first viewing if I watched it, you know, now. But Mickey ends up, let's see what we got here. 11 votes, 20, let's see here. 3 votes in Surprise Sydney, 5 votes in Didn't See It Coming, Did Ya? And 2 votes in Of Course It's Me, 1 vote in Don't Fuck With The Original. And oh my gosh, guys, I didn't even break down all the categories. I didn't even do that. Who the heck do I think I am? So, all right, little pause here. Right at the top, we've got Surprise Sydney as our top tier. That's like, you know, cream of the crop. Then we got Didn't See It Coming, Did Ya? As our next tier. Next highest tier. And it's very fitting that Mickey is in that tier because he's the person that says that line. And then our middle category, like our C category, is Sweetie, You're Not the Hero from Scream 5, just in case you want to keep track. And then in our next lower category, we have Of Course It's Me, which is like my least favorite line in Scream 6. That's when like the wheels completely fall off the train of Scream 6 for me as a viewer. And then right down in the basement, bottom of the barrel, we got Don't Fuck With The Original. All right, no fucking around. So there we go. We got Mickey Altieri and Didn't See It Coming, Did Ya? And I think that's pretty good. I like this spot for him. So I'm not going to intervene. I'm not going to vote. I'm going to let you guys roll with the whole thing. Okay, here we go. Next up, we've got, I believe, Amber Freeman. How do you guys feel about Amber Freeman from Scream 5? Now we're talking about this isn't so much just the level of performance by itself, but of course that can be incorporated. It's just sort of like the character and everything. Wow, we got so far Amber is in Surprise Sydney, right at the top. That is very interesting. And then from the top all the way to the bottom, that's incredible how that goes on these votes. Why can't you vote, Ghost? If you click on the link that's pinned in the chat, you should be able to vote. It looks like other people are, you know, having success with it, so just let me know. Yeah, they're all just quotes from the movies. Last time I just did the SABCD, because sometimes I sit there and I like think about it for so long. Like, what am I going to name these categories? And it's like, dude, you've just got to get going in life. So I didn't name them last time, but I like coming up with creative names. It's fun. Or maybe not creative, but I like, you know, being a little bit creative with it. Oh, weird. It won't let you. I don't know why it won't. I've never had that issue. So maybe you need to create a login or something. I'm not sure, bud. Not sure. All right. 5 seconds left on Amber. I'm going to take a swig of my Diet Coke here. Yes, it's just Diet Coke, folks. I am almost 7 months. I'm 6.5 months. No alcohol. And what's crazy, guys, is this house that I'm house sitting in right now. This is the last place I ever had a drink, and I hope that I'll be able to say that forever. It'll be great. Okay, so let's take a look at this. Wow, Amber. I'm surprised. So she went to Surprise Sydney because she got that immediate vote right at the top. But then after that, there was Didn't See It Coming, Did Ya? She got 1 of those votes. 3 in the Sweetie, You're Not the Hero category. 2 in Of Course It's Me. And Don't Fuck With The Original. 4 out of 11 of you folks voted Don't Fuck With The Original. I mean, even just looking at it, on average, she is in the lower part of the tiers. And unfortunately, I think I got to agree with you guys. I'd put her in the bottom or second to bottom. I think the performance is good. I think Mikey Madison, I think is it Madison or is it Madsen? Because they're Michael Madsen and then Mikey Madison, something like that. Whatever. I think she's a really good actress, like super top notch. Just not a big fan of the script. That's all. So let's see here. We have 12 of these. I thought we had 13. I looked at a different. what did I look at? There was a different one that had 13 in there or something. But we're gonna do one more, and then I'll jump into the chat, and we'll catch up a little bit, and we'll just do 3 at a time here. And here we go. Next up is Ethan. I don't even know what your last name is because you are such a nothing burger and quite possibly the worst Ghostface. Maybe not the most annoying because Detective Bailey is pretty annoying, but I respect Dermot Mulroney as an actor. I think he's really, really good. Although I would have told him to dial it down on the reveal. What can you do? What is Ethan's last name? I mean, I guess they're all like is he a Kirsch? Is Detective Bailey, does he have a fake name? How are you a cop with a fake name? Or Richie had a fake last name? You guys let me know. All right. Let's see what we got here. He is a great cheerleader cheering Derek on while he serenades Sid. Yes, that's why I had to put that in the thumbnail. If you guys take a look at the thumbnail, you'll see it's Mickey dancing while Derek sings. And I think that scene is pretty fun too. I saw somebody on Twitter was like, it's the worst scene in the franchise. And it's like, it's just silly. It's not unrealistic that college kids would do that. So yeah, it might be silly, but why you gotta hate? 10 seconds left to vote on Ethan. Oh man. I wonder if I swayed the audience because I see that he is in the lead, but I just think he's kind of a shit Ghostface, right? So there we go. Ethan Kirsch, whoever you are, don't fuck with the original. I am so surprised to see 3 of the killers from 5 and 6, so far in the bottom category right here. So this is crazy. And then it's so funny. I paused it after 1 second and Quinn is already in the bottom. Somebody was so quick with the trigger finger there. But let's take a look at Ethan here. So Ethan had 11 voters. Every single one of you guys put him in Don't Fuck With The Original. So I think he's going to keep that pole position as the worst Ghostface. We'll see. Maybe more people will join the stream as we keep on going, and maybe another Ghostface will oust him there. But I'm going to jump into the chat, see what you guys are saying, and then we'll get rolling with our next Ghostface here. So let me see what we got. Let's see. No worries, Paula. If you click the link that's pinned in the chat, you can vote along with everybody on the Tiermaker site. We're just voting on Ghostface killers from Scream. It's really fun. I did see that, and then I saw Zach Cherry jumped in too. It was like, this is a really fun scene. Like, what are you talking about? And they called it oh no, wait, Zach Cherry jumped in because somebody called the reveal on Scream 2 boring. That's what it was. I'm confusing the two, but maybe Zach Cherry jumped in on the Jerry O'Connell thing too. Love that guy's stuff. But yeah, Scream 2 boring? Like the reveal and the finale boring? Oh, I don't know. I think it's really fun. Let's see here. She's my Hello Kitty girl favorite killer in Scream 5. Yeah, I mean, I think the performance is really good. I don't think the script in Scream 5 is very strong. That's all. Let's see here. Madison. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Yeah. Gosh, I am way behind on the chat. I'm so sorry. You got a Linda Hamilton thing going on. No, I like it. Yeah. Oh my God. All of that's so great. Is there something less than Don't Fuck With The Original? Amber doesn't even belong on the chart. Oh, damn, Linda. No, there's nothing less than that. Just know, Linda, that you put her, the only thing that is worse than her so far is Ethan. Each person has to sing that song when they audition. Yeah. Hey, you know what? I love that he did it, even though he doesn't have like a natural singing voice. Like, dude fucking went for it. I think Jerry O'Connell's really good in Scream 2. I think Scream 2 is a very, very solid sequel. From the cop escort, the police escort scene where Ghostface attacks and all that stuff, and we have that suspenseful climbing over Ghostface out the window. From that moment on, that movie is just absolutely perfect to me. Like, it is fucking right on. I feel like Sid for the first 2/3 of the movie is not in the movie very much. which is a theme in the Scream films for sure. But man, you know, and she's peppered in there, but it's an ensemble, so you have to focus on the other people sometimes too. But yeah, man, that movie really cooks in that third act. I love it. I like waking up early and having coffee and watching horror movies. Oh, I love that. Thank you so much, Gigi. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I saw that made me happy. I love. Oh yeah, talking to more. Yeah, Jerry's. I'd love to meet that guy. It'd be fun. Got a great smile, you know. Let's see here. Did you guys know that Scream was inspired by Tune? Well, so you have it a little bit backwards there, Ghost. So the original Scream inspired the two teenage boys who did unfortunately kill one of their friends, and they videotaped all of their planning, and it's very creepy. There's a whole bunch of stuff about it on YouTube. It's fascinating. I took that dive 3 or 4 years ago or something like that. It was very disturbing. But Scream was inspired by the Gainesville Ripper, I believe, was the name of the person, who didn't do a lot of things like Ghostface did, but it was Kevin Williamson seeing that on the news that sort of kicked off this idea. Ethan Landry, but his last name is actually Richie. Wait, so Richie Kurt... my head's about to explode, Carrie. So Richie Kirsch, his last name was really Richie too? Not Richie. Oh, okay. Oh my God. My head almost blew up. Thank you for saving me. Thank you. Ethan can go in a dumpster. The singing sequence was actually Wes Craven's idea in Scream 2. I think it's great. It's just a human moment. Not every scene in a horror movie needs to be like, where's the fucking horror? It's like, well, these people got to be people too. Like, not every, you know, Terrifier can do 0 character development. They can have that all day. But I would prefer most slasher movies to have character development. I lump Ethan, his dad, and sister all together. All right. People dump on that scene, but I think it was essential. Yeah. Well, it really is essential because he gives her the Greek letters and she uses that to pretty much save her life, or at least open up that opportunity. Yeah. You didn't miss Quinn. No, we're just in the midst of it. So let's go ahead and jump back in. Quinn is up next. Quinn Kirsch. What is she, a DC Comics character? All right, let's go ahead and get this rolling. Boom, we are back on. Link is pinned in the chat if you're new to the stream. We are ranking Ghostface killers from the Scream movie franchise. Specifically, the movie franchise. So Quinn, to me, another nothing burger. I don't understand how there's a fake death. Bailey needs to like bring in some other body or whatever. You're telling me that none of the police do any actual forensic work? There's no forensics department in the NYC or the NYPD, essentially. I have a really tough time believing that. It actually would have made more sense if he didn't even mention that he like brought, you know, swapped the bodies. They already had a body in the tub. Our hero group, none of those people spoke with the police, so they wouldn't even know if there was a second body found, right? They think Quinn's dead, but it's not like they sat there and like confirmed that. Dental records, fingerprints, all that kind of stuff. Scream 6 has gigantic gaping holes. And I know that sounds dirty, and it is. Scream 6 is dirty, but not in a fun way, you know? Not in a fun way. All right. There is nothing boring about Aunt Jackie's eyes in the reel. Lizzie, I love this. I think about this every time I watch Scream 2. Thank you so much for bringing it up. She's not the only actress that does it. Oh, I got to put a pause because we're already into Billy territory. Really quick, before we jump into voting on Billy, I wonder where he'll end up. Yeah, she doesn't blink in that finale. I've noticed that is an interesting, the next time you guys watch a movie or a TV show, look out for that, because I have noticed that so much. It is a really powerful acting tool. Like every time I blink here, and whatever, this is just live streaming, every time someone blinks, it's sort of like a cut. Like your brain is sort of like, your brain, you see this person talking and they blink, or you see them looking intensely and they blink and it literally cuts the tension. And so I've noticed that actors and actresses, they will keep that. They'll even widen their stare. Like Jackie is just straight up like, and then you shot Mickey. She's like a kid that sees a 3-scoop ice cream cone for the very first time. You know, it's just like, oh. She's like the little girl with the cotton candy, that meme. It's just like, I love that. And I really think that brings something to the performance, for sure. Yeah, Laurie Metcalf was fantastic in Scream 2. Okay, guys, let's see where we got Quinn. We got the Kirsch, the discarded Kirsch children. I'll give Richie credit for at least being the one to come up with the idea of killing people over a movie franchise. These guys are just fucking wannabe followers. No better than Jason, really. Jason from Scream 6, not Jason Voorhees. And Quinn, let's see what we got here. Quinn, 10 votes. 1 vote and didn't see it coming, did ya? 3 votes in Sweetie, You're Not the Hero. So some love there. Of Course It's Me gets 1 vote, and 5 votes in Don't Fuck with the Original. And she is officially in second place of second most sucky, essentially. Okay, let's jump back in. I think I know where you guys are going to put this next one, but we got Billy Loomis here. As far as the movies coming out in the franchise, he's the OG. Now, canonically, you can say, well, you know, technically, like, Roman could be considered the OG, right? But I'm going to call Billy the OG. I'm going to give him that distinction here. And unfortunately, guys, the very first time I saw this movie, I knew that he was the killer. However, I did not know about a second killer. But my friend Barney in Alaska, his sister, I was like, are there any tits in the movie or something like that? And she was like, no, but the main character does have sex with her boyfriend, who happens to be the killer. She just said it like that. And I'm like, ah, you know, like 14. I think she was about my age, 13 or 14. I'm just like, oh my God. Oh my God. You got to be kidding me. But it was still a surprise to see the Stu part of the reveal. Let's see here. Looks like you guys definitely want a stream tomorrow. I'm going to end that poll. 15 seconds left to vote for Billy. Was that a negative, disparaging mark about my Billy? No, Mrs. Loomis, you did a bang-up job, or whatever she said. I love the lack of enthusiasm. All right, let's see where we go, or what we got on Billy Loomis. 13 voters. 11 of you put him in Surprise Sydney. 85% of you put him in that Surprise Sydney. 1 in the Didn't See It Coming, Did Ya? And 1 in Sweetie, You're Not the Hero. So there he is. He is in numero uno position right now. That's going to be tough to beat because somebody is going to have to get 12 or more Surprise Sydney votes to beat out Billy Loomis. And who was next? Jill Roberts is next. I love Jill. Let's see here. So yeah, we're going to roll with Jill. Then we'll take a break. We'll jump in with you guys and hang out. We'll be at the halfway point by then. And Jill, we got 80 seconds left on her. So let's get that boat going. Oh, let's see here. I like Quinn, but I'm not putting her at the top. She's just hardly in the movie, right? Like, I think she's fine when she's just the roommate, but bringing her in on the reveal, I think, is really weak. But a good job by the performer. You know, these people didn't write the scripts, so. Too obvious to Linda as a Ghostface for Quinn. Oh, interesting. I see. I didn't pick her. I definitely, like, Dermot Mulroney, I'm like, oh, how many times do they bring in, like, a star that's never been involved with the series and make them a killer? Like, it happens quite a bit here. Quite a bit. I enjoy hearing about the horror movies with Jake, but I don't stay for the games because that's not... Oh, yeah, you know, I've thought about doing... I've never really thought about doing gaming here because I'm not much of a modern gamer. but I am playing this Jaws game right now. If you guys ever played the LJN Jaws game for the NES, 5 seconds left to vote for Jill, then you'll know what I'm talking about. I have a soft spot for that LJN game. They didn't make a lot of good games, it's true. But there's this retro edition of that Jaws video game. You can play the original, or you can play this expanded like 4-chapter version, but it's this 8-bit game. It's got RPG elements. It's very addicting. I'm like, that would be a fun one to play online. But Gigi, I am thinking about doing like either ASMR or like a reading channel as my secondary channel. But let's take a look at where you guys put Jill, and look at that. Right next to Billy. 12 voters, 7 in the surprise Sydney category, 3 in didn't see it coming, did ya? 2 in Sweetie, you're not the hero. And that's that. She got top 3 votes, or top 3 tier votes, and right there in the surprise Sydney category next to our OG Billy Loomis. Okay, I'm gonna jump in and have a chat with y'all. And then we're halfway through already. That's crazy. Oh, the craft is really fun. Yeah. Mrs. Loomis. She's got the best crazy eyes in the biz. She really does. I think the craft is a little bit of a Scream connection there too, with Nev Campbell and Skeet in there also. Holy cow, look at that. Riker Monson just became a YouTube channel member. Thank you so much, Riker. Really appreciate you, man. Reminder to you, Monday after Scream 7 comes out, we're jumping in it on Monday for the members only, Riker. It is going to be, you know, open on spoilers and everything, but we're going to be talking more about the thematic elements. So we're going to get a little more nerdy about it. So feel free to jump on in. Blinks only once, I counted. Wow. Yeah, it's amazing. It's such a great acting trick. I love it. I think, did somebody get you on that one? DJ Plays Favorites. There's a link pinned in the chat. Yeah. I love her and Uncle Buck. I mean, and I grew up watching Roseanne. So she was, you know, I was like, Aunt Jackie when I saw Scream 2 in the theater. There we go. Okay, you guys are helping out DJ. Thank you. Thank you. Billy is whatever third tier says. Well, third tier says, Sweetie, you're not the hero. That's what Richie says to Sam in Scream 5. She had to deal with Sheldon all those years. She's rightfully... Oh, yeah, she's in... So there's 2 people from Roseanne that are in The Big Bang Theory. I never watched that show. I've seen little bits of it, you know, just in passing, but I've never seen it. Let's see here. And Matt, welcome on in, man. It's been too long, Matt. It's been too long. Okay, I'm going to jump ahead. Guys, if I miss like a chat that you really want to make sure I read, feel free to throw out a super chat. It'll guarantee that I don't miss it. There's no requirement to do that, but just to keep things moving here, I am going to keep on rolling here. So we're going to jump into our next Ghostface here. That's a great line too. And an awesome cover of Don't Fear the Reaper in the background. Another nice homage to Halloween. There's so many homage. I mean, even the, you know, you have the Don't Fear the Reaper, and then you've got Sydney's pajamas look very similar to Nancy's pajamas in A Nightmare on Elm Street. So really, really cool shit. Holy cow, Carrie Crave Cinema has also become a YouTube channel member. Thank you so much, Carrie. I really do appreciate it. You guys are too awesome. Thank you so much for becoming members. It's incredible, guys. We don't even have 3,000 subs here on the channel, but we've got like 65 members, somewhere right around there, which is, I think, a pretty good number considering how small the channel is still. All right, let's jump right back into it here. So we got Jill all squared away. Who is our next? Gosh, there we go. Who's our next Ghostface, guys? We're going to vote on Roman Bridger, the only solo Ghostface so far. And apparently the mastermind of Maureen Prescott's murder and the original Woodsboro murders as well. Yeah, he put it together. You know, he's a director. He directs. So I really dig Roman. I think the worst part about Roman is because they had to change the script and, you know, change the story and everything. I feel like they wrote around his character quite a bit. It's almost like you might as well, if you took every character's screen time, every character that doesn't die, and you took their screen time, the person with the least amount of screen time, it might just be one of your, you know, Ghostface killers. Debbie Salt, Roman Bridger. I guess it's not true in 4. They're both main characters. Quinn and what's his ass, Ethan from 6. You know, so that's about half of them, I guess. And Roman fits that as well. All right, we got 15 seconds left to vote for Roman Bridger from Scream 3. Roman is my favorite Ghostface, says Jamie. Roman is top tier. Oh, yeah, and he is top tier. Look at that. Boom. 14 voters. 5 of you put him in surprise, Sydney. 1 put him in didn't see it coming, did you? 4 in sweetie, you're not the hero. 3 in, of course it's me. So I have to do the bobbing of the head. And one of you put him in don't fuck with the original. And technically he is the original, but I'm the one that named the category, so I'm not going to give you any shit about it. But there he is. Roman Bridger is in. He is our number 3 best ranked Ghostface so far. Let's see where we go with our next one, guys. Who is next? Richie Kirsch. You know, I think Jack Quaid's a pretty good actor. I think he kind of plays the same guy all the time, though. Hopefully that changes as he gets older and everything. I mean, his parents are both good performers. You know, Dennis is still rocking out there. But yeah, I like Jack Quaid as a performer, but I don't like his characters. And I guess that's fair. Like even in Companion, but even, you know, the whole time in Companion, I'm just like, this guy. He's doing the whole like, he does the same thing in Scream 5 too. The whole like I can tell you're the biggest prick ever and you're just putting on the nice guy facade. I don't know. Is that something that you guys pick up on? Is that something that I just pick up on more? I don't know. Am I way off there? Now, granted, I didn't see the Novocaine movie, which looked really fun. It kind of looked like a throwback to like 80s, 90s action. So maybe he's pretty different in that one. I don't know. What do you think, Eric the dog? Eric has nothing to say on the matter. All right, 20 seconds left to vote on Richie Kirsch. Oh, I've never seen The Boys. Do you guys recommend that show? I'm kind of swung back around on television where I'm into giving TV a chance after liking seasons 3 and 4 of Stranger Things, and then Welcome to Derry, season 1. Okay, so let's take a look here, because we've got our very first entry in the Sweetie, You're Not the Hero category, which this is amazing. So far, Mickey said didn't see it coming, did ya? And he's in that category. Richie said, Sweetie, You're Not the Hero, and he's in that category. Now, I think our next vote, Stu, I think he's the one that says Surprise Sydney for the very first. Is Surprise Sydney ever said again, or have I just heard it so much in clips and from that first movie that I just think of it as a regular thing that Ghostface says? It's a little bit of a Mandela effect there. But let's see what you guys think of Stu Mocker. I've got a hunch on how this is going to go, but why don't you guys show me right now? Immediately top tier. Let's see if he dances around. Yeah, it's a good performance. Again, it's like I don't like the character necessarily, and I really don't like the reveal in Scream 5, Carrie. I know you're pretty new here, but man, the reveal in Scream 5 is basically like, hey, if you're a toxic fan, which means to me, it's almost like they're saying, look, if you don't just shovel down the shit that we give you and say, that tastes good every single time, then we're just going to say that you're hateful and toxic. we don't even have to make good movies anymore. We just have to say that the people that don't like them are hateful people. And I'm like, man, you're really going after like granted, fandom can be really ugly. But it just reminded me of all the discourse that surrounded the Star Wars sequel trilogy and everything like that. And guys, I gotta be honest, I think there were definitely people on the fringe taking things too far, but I think it's very fair to criticize those movies. Even though I really like The Force Awakens, I still think it's fair to criticize it. Okay, 10 seconds left for Stu Macher from the original Scream. And here we go, guys. This is massive reveal here. You guys put Stu above Billy. Wow. I am pretty surprised here. I'm pretty surprised. That's kind of wild, guys. Stu Macher in first place. Let's take a look. Let's break it all down. Sorry, I went blank there for a second because I thought I heard some sounds in the happening out in the house, and I'm just like, well, wait, nobody should be here. But I think we're okay. I think I was just hearing shit. Okay, so Stu Macher, breaking it all down, 13 votes, 12 of you put him in surprise Sydney. Oh, and we've got our one person still hanging around from the beginning of the stream that said they were going to put him in the bottom tier right away. And they made good on that promise. We got one vote for Don't Fuck With The Original, even though he's part of that OG group. I mean, you can think of the OG group, and I know I named the category, but you can think of the OG group as, you know, Roman, Billy, Stu. You know, there's a hierarchy. But let me jump in and see what you guys are doing. We've just got 3 more after this, guys. I love Jack. He's an incredible human being. Richie sucks beyond the telling of it. Well, and yeah, nothing against him. I'm sure he's I'm not sure he's a lovely guy, but I would like to think that most of these people that have these really fantastic jobs are nice, deserving people. But he's good at acting, so he's not just a Nepo baby that gets put in movies for nothing. Yeah. Are you saying that about The Boys? Is that what that is? Maybe. Jack Quaid seems to be a really down-to-earth guy. Ever seen him on Red Letter Media? Maybe once. I love Red Letter Media, Shane, and welcome on in, bud. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I saw him on one of those, and I guess I haven't watched him in interviews or anything like that, but I mean, that would make sense. It would be, you would like to think that the child of 2, very popular, well-equipped performers would be a nice person, right? So, in other words, what does Jack Quaid have to complain about? Hey, maybe one day we'll get him on the channel. How about it? Oh yeah, Companion's great. I just haven't seen Novocaine, but I thought Companion was really good. Let's see here. Mickey does say surprise Sydney in Scream 2. You're right. Right before the reveal. Doesn't Stu say it? Stu does say it, right? Okay. He does say it. Okay, and so Mickey says it as well. So, yeah, maybe it's been... And maybe there's even another time. Surprise, Sydney. You gotta love that when they hold it up to their mouths like this, you can still hear their regular voice. But when they're on the phone, only Roger L. Jackson. That's amazing. It's amazing how that works out. It's almost like it's done on a mixer, on an audio mixer. Stu reveal of him being the second Ghostface when he does say surprise Sydney with the voice change. Yeah, it's a great reveal. It is really good. They're pretty equal. So here's how I think of it, Jamie. I'm going to get into my nerddom a little bit. I would put Billy over Stu, not necessarily because I think the performance is better, because I think there's nothing better than, as far as Matthew Lillard performances go, it doesn't get any better than when they just let him off the leash. Just cut that fucker off and say, Matthew, do whatever you want. And take it as far as you want. That's when I think he's at his best, and not just in horror. It really shines here in the third act of the original Scream. But if you guys have not seen SLC Punk, and I know we got a lot of really great movie fans in here, I'm sure many of you have seen SLC Punk. It is a top-notch film. It is hilarious. It is sad and heartbreaking in some ways, but, you know, relatively light and fun, with heavy moments. And Matthew Lillard is the lead. He plays Steve-O, the punk rocker, in SLC in like 1985. And man, he is a lot of over the top moments, but there are like some really dramatic, emotional moments where he really lets it loose. And I think that's Matthew Lillard's, you know, superpower. Give me a little bit of that Jim Carrey. He just does it so well. So I think the performance for Stu is above Skeet's performance because the characters are written that way. But I gotta give Billy, I would personally give Billy the edge over Stu because he brought Stu in. Stu is basically a lackey. You know, the only skin in the game that Stu has is they got to kill his ex-girlfriend and her new boyfriend. Everything else is about Billy's revenge. And for some of you that have been around the channel for a while, you've heard me say this. For you noobs, maybe you've thought of this yourself before. Stu doesn't even know what Billy's motive is until he says it in front of Sydney. There is a look that Stu gives Billy when Billy, you know, divulges the full truth about like, your mom was sleeping with my dad and that's why my mom left. And there's a look on Stu's face where he's like, oh fuck, I thought we were just having fun. You know, he thought it was just like chaos, but it was something a little bit more. And maybe he felt a little used. Anywho, let's jump back in here. I'm going to grab a couple more of these from you guys, and then we'll jump into our last round here. I think we have Detective Bailey coming up. Stu is like a rattlesnake. You never know when he'll strike. You never know what he'll do. Yeah, and he's like a firecracker. He's a firecracker rattlesnake. He'll strike whenever, and he'll just, you know, he's just loud and boisterous. Oh my gosh, there we go. Sorry guys, my mouse is giving me a tough time. Blown away when I saw Scream in 96 and Stu as the second killer. Will always be my favorite Ghostface. And you know, it wasn't even the first time there had been like dual killers in a movie, but it had been so long, and I don't think it had ever been done in a movie that was really that popular. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think I am. As far as like a slasher, there is that Christmas slasher movie. I just watched it for the first time this last December. It wasn't very great. God, what was it called? But it's basically like Friday the 13th meets Santa Killer. It's not Silent Night, Deadly Night. It's not Christmas Evil. It's one of these like lesser known, but it ended up having two killers, which I was like, that caught me totally off guard. Entire Scream fan base is consumed with Stu right now. Makes sense. He's all the way at the top. I agree. I think so too. And guys, this isn't a slight against Stu. I think he's really awesome. He's just in that first movie, and he is Billy's lackey. So I'm not like, that's why I don't get like too hot on him, even though he very well could, you know, still be alive in Scream 7. Who the hell knows? But yeah, that makes sense, Riker. That definitely tracks for sure. Yes, Hourglass. It was. Yes, I remember. I didn't remember your screen name. So, yeah. Who is your, yeah, Mickey Altieri. There you go. I think Mickey's great. So we're buds. Oh, Carrie, Red Letter Media is a massively successful YouTube channel. It's really fun. They're really fun film nerds. And I think Mike, the main guy, I think he went to school for filmmaking. So he's got like the super analytical, he's very tough to please. They're all relatively tough to please, but it's funny. They like really terrible schlock that's fun to watch. And they like, you know, more high art. The stuff in the middle is a little bit tougher for the guys over at Red Letter Media, but their channel is really fun. They got a really cool vibe going on over there. Okay. Yeah, you gotta respect that. Billy's mother. Just one of the best lines ever. Didn't see it coming, did ya? It's another good one. Yeah, SLC Punk rules. What's happening? Brett from Good Real Hunting, one of our great channel members and Death Squad mods. What's happening? How are you doing, Brett? Congratulations on having a great stream last night for the Real Horror Awards 2026. Oh yeah, I first saw him in Hackers too. He is a very charismatic, you know, I like the word gripping, you know, when you just see somebody like James McAvoy, Michael Fassbender, I think Julia Garner's the same way too, Mikey Madison, where you just like, you watch, or at least for me, I watch these people on screen and they just grab me and they hold me there. They hold my attention. It's a weird X Factor thing. They are gripping. Okay, here we go. Let's go ahead and knock the rest of these out. I don't think I'm missing saying anyone else. Did it skip Charlie? No, we didn't skip Charlie. Charlie's coming up. Charlie's going to be the last one? Maybe. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get this rolling. Detective Bailey. Yeah, I love boisterous. I am a very boisterous person. I have been told I am a bit too much. A bit too much what? Just come out and say it. I have a bit too much personality. Is that the problem? Do I make you feel insecure about your personality? I'm talking to the person that would say this to me. To all a good night. Thank you so much, Ben. Ben recommended that one. We watched it in the Discord. Ben's got awesome recommends. And I know, Ben, I said it wasn't that great. I was still entertained enough. I'm very happy I watched the movie. They're working with a small budget. What can you do? But I give them a lot of points for that double killer, man. That double killer, and I know it's kind of a spoiler for you guys that haven't seen it, but you won't be able to guess. There you go. But yes, also to all a good night to you as well. I love that. Okay, jumping back in, guys. And that's the thing, I guess, is being too much is a prerequisite for having a YouTube channel. For some of us, anyways. Especially a YouTube channel where I'm usually solo. I'm usually Han Solo. Davey, what award did you present? Because I left the award stream early. I presented Best Protagonist. It was one of the last categories, Antonis. One of the last 4 or 5, something like that. I also did the little intro. The Real Horror Awards. All that kind of stuff. That was fun. All right. Here we go. Oh, Lizzie, I bet you do. I bet you do. Thank you so much for kicking it with us, miss. Okay, guys, I've blah, blah, blah enough. Let's go ahead and get on over to, of course, it's me, Detective Bailey. Here we go. 90 seconds to vote on this guy. I do think Dermot Mulroney's a really good actor. I don't know. I gotta put it on radio silence for not stepping in and saying, okay, Dermot, it's cool that you did that take. Let's do one that's a little more reserved. Maybe they did. And maybe radio silence, when they're in the editing room, picked the more over the top, ending. I don't know. For me, it was just a bit too much. For me. I had a tough time believing that a homicide detective who works in New York City, I would imagine that's a very difficult, demanding job. You'd climb all the ranks, you'd go through all of that, and then you just become a murderer that steals evidence from a evidence locker in California? You flew all the way out to California from New York, stole all of that evidence that's in that auditorium, in that theater. That's incredible. That is the biggest gaping plot hole of Scream 6. I cannot get past it. When I revisited that movie recently, I was like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. I don't know why. I think I just must have been like blinded with rage over the reveal at the end that I just forgot about all the other massive holes in the plot. But there you go. All right. Boom. Detective Bailey is in. Oh, he's right there with his kiddos. Well, 2 of his kiddos. So let's take a look at Detective Bailey. 9 voters. 3, and of course it's me. Okay, I was like already laughing because I'm like, oh no, it's gonna be all 9 in the bottom one. 6 for don't fuck with the original. So there we go. Detective Bailey is just sandwiched right between Ethan and Quinn. Very, very interesting. And Richie is a couple ahead of him. So there you go. All right, moving on. I believe our next one is Debbie Salt. Debbie Salt. I'm just uncontrollably burping over here. That's just what the soda does, folks. All right, for whatever reason, StreamYard's doing the thing where it's not loading up all of the chats. Maybe it'll catch up with you guys here in a second. Let's see. We've got 1 minute left on voting for Debbie Salt, Nancy Loomis. Well, Nancy Loomis, the character, not Nancy Loomis, the actress from Halloween, but another great Halloween homage. There's so many. I do like that in Scream 5, at least Richie, you know, tells Sam, this sounds a lot like Halloween. I think that is one, like a self-aware meta moment in there that I really do appreciate in the script, even though I don't love the whole thing. Okay, so Jamie last said, wow, it is so far behind. Oh my God, you say Han Solo too. Yeah. Han Solo. Bailey sucks salty nards, says Jamie. That is, I think I've seen Jamie swear once in the chat or not censor herself once in the chat. That is pretty much from Jamie Hart. That is like the, you know, the, what am I trying to say here? That is the most like out there kind of thing she's going to say. Like, sucks salty nards. I'm blown away. I'm blown away, Jamie. But I encourage Jamie to drop F-bombs whenever she wants to. Let's see here. Oh my gosh, we're already into Charlie. You guys are already voting. I got too caught up with the chat. I totally missed it. Let's jump on over really quick. Just checking in with Debbie Salt / Nancy Loomis. 12 voters. One of you put her in surprise Sydney. I think she's really good. Didn't see it coming, did ya? 9 voters. 2 in Sweetie, You're Not the Hero. And yeah, another Ghostface that is getting votes all in those top 3 tiers. And it's very fitting that she's right there with Mickey. I think that's a good pick. You guys did a good job on this one. There's no Davey crash outs on this tier list. It's not like Bubblegum Gate or anything like that. Here we go, guys. Let's go on to our last one of the night. Charlie Walker, who I just want to call Johnny Walker. And when I hear Charlie Walker, I'm like, isn't that a booze? I'm like, oh no, wait, that's Johnny Walker. Yeah. All right, man, I think this is Kieran Culkin, right? I think so. I get them all fucking confused, especially the two. Rory, no, this is Rory, right? Because Kieran's the older brother that was in Succession or whatever. But I think so, regardless of which Culkin it is, I'm pretty sure it's Rory. I think he's really solid here as a Randy. You know, he's like a Randy replacement. He and his buddy, and I really didn't see him as a Ghostface. I will say this, Scream 4 completely surprised me. I did not predict either killer. I think Jill and Charlie are both awesome. And I think Scream 4 is the one entry in the franchise that has a surprise in the reveal that is just as strong, if not stronger, than the original. You know, it's very difficult to outdo the reveal in the original. But you know, to even get close, that is incredibly tough. And I think they do that here in Scream 4. So let's take a look. You guys got Charlie Walker, just 7 voters on this one. 3 of the votes in Sweetie, You're Not the Hero, 3 in Of Course It's Me, and 1 in Don't Fuck with the Original. Wow, very interesting. So we've got, you know, on the one hand, Jill is up there in Surprise Sydney, and then boom, Charlie down in Sweetie, You're Not the Hero. A lot of the killers are grouped together. Only so Jill and Charlie and then Richie and Amber are separated, but everyone else is like with their cohorts, which is very interesting. And of course, Roman's just flying solo here. So let's go ahead and do a quick little breakdown here of what we got. Let's see here. Okay, cool. So in our very top tier for Surprise Sydney, we've got Stu Mocker in first place with 12 first place votes. Billy Loomis in second place with 11 votes in that category. Jill Roberts in third place with the bronze. Let's do Olympics. Stu gets the gold, Billy gets the silver, Jill gets the bronze with 7 votes in the Surprise Sydney category. And guys, don't forget about the true OG, half-brother of Sydney Prescott, Roman Bridger, in there as well as the 4th member of the Surprise Sydney tier with 5 votes in that category. Next up, we've got our duo from Scream 2, Debbie Salt / Nancy Loomis and Mickey Altieri. Man, I love the reveal in Scream 2. I love Scream 2. It's my 3rd favorite sequel, or 3rd favorite film in the franchise, 2nd favorite sequel. And man, 4 and 2 are so close. 4 edges out 2 for me personally. I think this is a great spot here for these 2 killers. Not everyone can be top tier. I think you guys were fair on this one throughout the whole voting process. Like really, really good voting here. So Debbie Salt ends up in that didn't see it coming, did ya? Category along with her bud Mickey. She got 9 votes in that category, and Mickey pulled out 5 votes in that category as well. Bob Dole on the witness stand. In my defense, the fucking one-liners. I want to do a video just on the Scream 2 reveal, I think at this point. In the Sweetie You're Not the Hero category, which is basically our C tier, we've got Richie Kirsch, who pulled 5 votes from that category. And right next to him, we've got Charlie Walker, who I really love. I would have put him in at least Didn't See It Coming, Did Ya? What can you do? He is in this category because he got 3 votes, and even though it was a tie between Of Course It's Me, I guess they just give the ties to the higher category there. No Ghostface killers are represented in the Of Course It's Me category. I was secretly hoping Bailey would get in there just for funsies, since he says the line, but 0% of the Ghostfaces are there. But in Don't Fuck With the Original, we have a third of our Ghostfaces. So a third of the Ghostfaces are in the top tier, and a third of them are in the bottom tier. Kicking it off with the worst of the worst, Ethan. Fucking 11 votes in that category. Brutal, bro. Brutal. Detective Bailey right behind him. No love lost there. 6 votes in the Don't Fuck With the Original category. Then next up, we've got Quinn. Don't forget about her. She had 5 votes in this category. And then, of course, we have Amber Freeman. Great performance, just not the script that the performance deserved, folks. And she is last in this category. She's the best of the worst, which is a Red Letter Media reference right there. And she picked up 4 votes for Don't Fuck With the Original. She also got a vote for top tier, Surprise Sydney. Did anybody else in this category? She is the only one in Don't Fuck With the Original that got a first place vote. So that's pretty all right. You know, there's a lot of love for the character, even though, you know, comparatively speaking, she's still in that last category. So there it is, folks. There is the ranking that you all put together. I didn't vote in any of these. It's enough for me just to discuss it with you guys and everything like that. This is a really solid list. You know, I think like I would bump Charlie up, and I think that's the only thing I would change. I might bump Richie down too. I don't know. I think it's fine that he is where he is. But I do like Charlie's performance, and I like, you know, because Jill is the mastermind, not doing a lot of the killing. He's kind of the errand boy for her. So she's sort of like the Billy. He's kind of like the Stu, which I guess they sort of lay out anyways in the finale. I love the performance. I love the way it's written. I think it's a great reveal. So I would knock him up a notch because of that. But there you go, guys. There we are on our live audience tiermaker ranking of the Ghostface killers from the Scream franchise. How about it, guys? Great work, everybody. That was a lot of fun. I'm going to scoot over. Oh, where is it? Do I go over? I think I go over here. There we go. Hey, how are you doing? Hope you're having a great Friday night. Thank you so much for kicking it with me. I really do appreciate you. You know, I go live a lot. I am going to go live tomorrow, I guess, since you guys want it. So, I don't know. In the last like 10 minutes that we've got, what do you guys want me to talk about tomorrow? What should we hop on and discuss tomorrow? Should we do another live audience tier maker ranking? Should we do a little something with Scream that isn't just talking about Scream 7? I mean, I love talking about Scream 7, but I've done it and I am going to keep on doing it. So I don't mind giving you guys a little something different. There's plenty of Scream 7 talk out there. So, you know, maybe while we avoid the spoilers and all that kind of fun stuff, we can just dip into, you know, a little bit of a, we can, you know, there's this huge, massive Lake Superior of Scream 7. Let's just hop in one of the ponds, you know, a little privacy over there in the pond and not have to deal with everyone and their, you know, bellies and everything else that's hanging out on the beach with their spoilers and all that kind of stuff. The spoilers are their bellies. I really don't care if you have a belly. It's just an analogy or a metaphor or whatever those words mean. Yeah, but let me know in the chat what you guys want to see tomorrow night on the stream. I guess I probably should have just set the super chat goal for to have a stream tomorrow, but since I'm house sitting and I'm here and I've got all this fucking free time, I figured we might as well go live again. How about it? I tried to vote for, didn't see it coming, but I got there too late. Oh, on Charlie. Gotcha. Charlie did all the grunt work, so I put him in the middle, but he's still a simp. Sure. Wow, he's kind of a double simp, huh? Jill and Kirby. Yeah. All right, let me catch up on what you guys were saying. Let me know in the chat what you want to talk about tomorrow or what you want to hear me talk about tomorrow, I guess. Yeah, it is pretty risque. It is pretty risque. Although, Jamie, whatever, I'm not going to say it. Yeah, I will say it. I'll say it in a very sweet way that doesn't sound too filthy or anything. For how clean you keep your mouth in the chat, Jamie, I got the feeling you're kind of a wild one. As far as, you know, real, actual life goes. So, we love you, Jamie. I hope you feel better so soon. Carrie wants you to just drop an F-bomb. Dropped an F-bomb on her Blue Velvet watch along on Bert's Corner. Check that out. And I think you didn't you drop one here in the chat on some, I can't even remember what the stream was because I don't even, I think I was surprised that you swore, not because you swore, but because I was like, whoa, that's what she chose to drop it over. All right. Hey, you know what though? Respect. Liked him as Randy, but the geek gets the girl part when he kissed Jill really gave me the ick. Yeah. Not unrealistic though, right? I mean, that's one of those things, like something can give you the ick and it gives you the ick because you're like, ooh, that works and grosses me out. So, you know, or was it just like cringy and cheesy for you? But yeah, I mean, I think they're supposed to give you the ick. I think it's supposed to be really gross. Because not only are they going to end up like together or whatever Charlie thinks is going to happen, he clearly actually likes Kirby and is still actively pursuing her, you know, on the pretend side of everything. It's an interesting dynamic between those three characters, and especially between Jill and Charlie. Charlie isn't high on my list, but I do love how much of a horror nerd he is, and he lights up when he talks with Sid in the drama club. Yeah. And he lights up with Kirby at the after party at Jill's house, or Kirby's house? Kirby's house, right? Is it? No, it's Jill's house. Wait, is it Kirby's house? I don't even know. Kirby's house. See, I say it's my favorite sequel in the franchise. Then I can't even remember what house we're in at the end. What can you do? What can you do? All right, let me see here. Charlie is mad. I like him. I like him because he's unsuspecting as a Ghostface. Like, Matt is kind of like he's just like, oh, there's no way that this nerdy, nervous guy that can't even talk to girls is going to be one of the killers. And then there you go. Oh, it was cringy. See, I missed that until now. Ethan is a nobody. He just has nobody. There's nothing there. He's just a stick with curly hair. It's terrible. I was radicalized. Is that what he says? I just watched it the other night. And my mind is already trying to memory dump that movie. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see here. Thank you so much, Jamie. Hope you have a great rest of your night. We will see you again. Get some great rest and feel better soon. I feel Scream fatigue. Well, we can talk about something totally different. Twin Peaks. We got to do some Twin Peaks. Got to get on there with Jamie and Dez about Twin Peaks. The Yeti dropped a trailer that looks intriguing. That does look really fun. It looks low budget, but like, I like the way it looks. I watched that trailer and I was like, I think I can fuck with this movie. Like, I dig it. I see Alaska in there. It's my home state. I'm like, all right. Well, I love a little Alaska representation. There was something in the third Resident Evil movie, the third one, right? Extinction, the desert where they're in like Vegas and it's buried and everything, and they're talking about places they can go for refuge, and they on a map they show Southeast Alaska. I grew up in Juneau, so there's like Sitka, Ketchikan, and then Juneau's the biggest city in the Southeast, and they show these towns that are isolated. Juneau's a town that's not an island, but it's landlocked. There's no road out. You have to take a boat or a plane to get out of town. So it is the perfect thing for a zombie outbreak. And I love that they put that in there in Extinction. I thought that was really, really cool. Twin Peaks talk about gripping. It is so mesmerizing and so bizarre. Some of it feels realistic, and then some of it is so surreal. I mean, it gets more weird than it gets normal. But yeah, it is, it's like I can't look away. Twin Peaks just gets your head spinning, and it's such a fun ride. Yeah. House sitting like Kevin Williamson, how fitting. Yeah, wasn't he house sitting when he came up with the idea? Or when he was writing the script or something and he saw the window that was open? Was he house sitting when that happened? Wow. I know that it happened when he noticed that a window was open, and now I'm like, wait, was he fucking house sitting? Crazy. I've yet to watch Twin Peaks, but I've heard a lot of good things. It is well worth the time there, Gigi. We should talk about how they should reboot Sleepaway Camp. I'd watch the fuck out of that. Lizzie, they are. Kenan Thompson and his producing partner, or whoever he owns his production company with, they're moving full bore. They got Hiltsack, Robert Hiltsack, the original writer and director, came back. He's going to direct, and he wrote a revised version of the script. So they are moving forward with a Sleepaway Camp remake. We don't know. I don't think we know when it's coming out. You know, I would imagine 2027 at the soonest. But the script was finalized like 4 months ago, something like that. And yeah, it'll be really intriguing to see how this thing gets worked out. They're going to have to do something shocking with the reveal, but they can't do the same reveal. So I'm very intrigued to see what they do with that. Yeah, what is it? Jedi in the streets, Sith in the sheets, or whatever people say. Yeah. Hey, you guys both know how to keep one another happy, and that's a beautiful thing. To the point of nausea, it was so realistic. This time the geek gets the girl. Sleepaway Camp, that brings back memories. Watched it in a big group. Yeah, I just got into Sleepaway. Like, I just saw it for the first time 2 or 3 months ago, something like that. Oh, Amber says that. Gotcha. Okay. All right, let's see here, folks. I just want to make sure I'm not missing anybody else. It was Kirby's house. The original script, Kirby was going to have Stu's house, which they did do in 5. Oh, shit. That's crazy. That is crazy. Vampires of the Velvet Lounge dropped a trailer too. Oh, never. I don't think I've heard of this one. Yeah. Okay, I'll have to check that out. I will definitely have to check that out. They do. Yeah, no, it's going to be really tough to pull that off. That's a very difficult one. What's happening, Eli? Hope you're doing well, bud. One of our great channel members in Death Squad mods. Talk about other horror movies tomorrow. Cool. What do you guys want to talk about? You just want to talk about other new stuff coming out in 2026? You guys want to talk about recent news stories? Feel free to let me know. Feel free to shoot me a DM. Feel free to jump into the comments after the stream ends and all that good stuff. But I will keep that in mind, Antonis. I will not plan a Scream stream for tomorrow. We will talk about something else. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. We'll figure something out. I will figure something out. Troll 2. Let's talk about that masterpiece. Yeah. You do not piss on hospitality. I won't allow it. What a movie. What a movie, Troll 2. Guys, this has been so much fun. Here we are at an hour and a half. I think that's a good spot to sort of pinch this one off, as it were. I had a lot of fun with you guys. Total blast hanging out, talking Scream, and really just like being able to talk Screams 1 through 6. I think taking a little break, even though it's still Scream talk. I know. But you guys did an amazing job with the ranking here. I want to take one more look at that. Look at this great ranking you guys put together. Like, this is tough but fair. I am down with that. You all are beautiful people. Thank you so much again for kicking it with me here on a Friday night. I don't know what you guys are going to get into. I'm probably going to watch a scary movie. I'm trying to watch one horror movie or just one movie a day on average. I'm looking to watch 365 movies I've never seen this year, and I'm at like 43, so I need to watch a couple tonight. I need to play catch up for the rest of the month. So hope you guys have a great rest of your evening here. Oh, I can't leave this one hanging. They're gonna eat her, and then they're gonna eat me. Oh my god. Oh, what a movie, Troll 2. What a movie. Maybe we should do a little Davey Science Theater 3000 on Troll 2. But it's so much like fun, even though it's so bad. I don't even know if I could like make fun of it in good conscience. But you guys are so beautiful. Thank you for hanging out. I love you all so very much. Whether this is your first time kicking it with us, whether it's your first time kicking it with us here on the channel, or you've been here for years, I appreciate and love each and every single one of you guys. The channel is growing, and that's because of you all. I'll continue to pull my weight. I promise. We got some pre-recorded stuff coming up, so keep an eye out for all of that stuff. I just hit a little bit of a lack of focus, a little bit of like I'm going to be honest with you guys. It's the end of the stream. I can be honest with the people that are still hanging out. The last like 3 or 4 weeks, a little bit of a dip in like mental health. A little bit of a dip in like drive and focus, and a lot of what do they call it, paralysis by analysis kind of stuff. And I don't know why this happens to me routinely. It doesn't ever seem like anything kicks it off. It just seems like it just happens occasionally. So I'm climbing out of it. Love doing the lives with you guys. It's just whenever I do the pre-recorded stuff, I get super nervous. But you guys deserve some more pre-recorded content, and I've got ideas coming out the wazoo for pre-recorded stuff. So I just need to sit down and fucking do it, right? Thank you all so much for bearing with me through everything. Thank you for sharing the channel, liking the streams, hyping up the streams when you really dig them. Subscribing, being channel members, being Patreon members. We got 2 new channel members tonight. That's amazing. Thank you guys so much. I do want to shine a light here. Riker Monson sent in a $1.99 super chat. Very first time kicking it with us as far as I know. And then he became a channel member, and Carrie Craves Cinema became a channel member as well. So thank you all so very much. You guys are beautiful. I'm going to be back tomorrow. It might even be a little bit later. I'm not sure. We'll see. Or maybe we'll just do 2 streams tomorrow for the fucking fun of it, or for the fucking fuck of it. You all are amazing. I know I keep on saying that, but that will be the last time. However, it won't be the last time that I say I love you all. Shout out to the Death Squad mods once again for keeping everything clean here. No spoilers until the movie is out. And this is how we end these things all the time, guys. Until next time, I've been and will continue being Davey Deathray. Take care.